Eh? And another in the Silent South, over in Dalmecchia.
All right, then.
It'll do. I'll be keeping all my fingers in too.
Convert in the hands of a Kashik.
Heard the bad news.
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's up. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out for like...
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got up. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. Doris sent a few curse breakers. If something ain't done soon...
I won't let that...
Didn't think he would.
Does Blackthorn?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. You reckon we should...
No.
Yeah, well...
You need anything, you just ask. We might not have your uncle's resources. Oh, you're here. All good.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer, you can...
Clive!
And the Akash.
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris's scouts and it turns out... Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. Enough for the villagers to barricade himself.
Well done.
Welcome. I'd never have guessed, you know. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's keen to help us out?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did...
Blackthorn.
Oh.
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn it up.
That your idea of an apology?
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, he left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself. Bloody stupid. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way.
Oh, so you're wasting half of mine.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me, I'm...
What, you...
Even if it meant...
Enough. You can finish.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to... You,
We can't afford...
Right you are. Don't want any nasty surprise. Oh, and... Blackthorn.
Akashic on them.
How close are they?
Within sight of the wall. The wash.
Good idea.
I'm prepared.
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scout know it...
August's right. I've seen what the people here are tough and willing. But they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate to...
And if they kill you...
You evacuate. It won't come to... Take good care of...
Leave it to me. And...
Nice try. Is that it? Apparently not. You're not getting past me. Nice try. question it. Did I miss any?
Man alive! As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we...
Sid! Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. But mostly, I felt...
I'm afraid I've only delayed. There's no getting rid of that ether flood, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up
And that's if the flood don't spread. I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but with ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and we'll fortify the gates to and I'll see that they're guarded.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those...
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up Windrop, so...
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. I always envied you. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you, and from that day on I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally. Something, I hope you see the sense of it eventually.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravozh isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of now, we churn out the same. It's not about the crop. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths have. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current. Come back to us, Blackthorn. I'll even man those bellows of you.
That's a kind offer. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down. But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this.
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in.
I never thought I'd see...
I'd say that went pretty...
even better.
Sid.
And this is?
A token of, but I'm of a mind to make designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief.
Now, hold on. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to hone an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough, and they're not just for show.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravozh? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned between the two of us. I'd say...
You know, Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the Idol.
As long as he can...
Right. Zoltan.
With a little help from Blackthorn, I don't see...
I'll tell you what, Clive. If we pull this off, it will...
I'll get him back to the hideaway. Don't you worry about that.
The beast was charging at me.
I have some things for sale. Thank you. Here you are. Thank you. Farewell, traveller.
The bearer of the burning pill is within, my lord.
The greater number of our order live among the masses.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught?
Perhaps. My brother, have you learned anything?
Little, and
I see.
be assured, however, that even now, our archaeologian...
Fallen ruins, I take it.
Indeed.
Ultima's thralls are oft cited among the remnants of, as if protecting the secret.
Secrets we'd see, Anna.
Should our methods be of interest, mayhap it would please you to observe some.
Would that be possible?
Of course. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect. If you would consent.
All right.
They will. Might I? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
We were just about to make it.
It's funny, but none of this... You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my...
A team effort led
Now, save that talk to the thing. Right.
to the
Well, bugger me.
The sword to end all.
It's...
I trust you.
Thank you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest crime?
This? It'll take more than that to earn us our place, but we're up for it.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok.
That's a weapon I'd like to...
I was hoping you'd...
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I...
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's born!
I never... And if it had... Yeah. The weight of all that shit. Clever girl, that one. What do you want? And? Trouble with your gear, or what do you want? Anything else? Yeah. something for you, dear. That it? Fine.
Don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
What do you expect?
Clive, going purse weighing you down? It'd better all be here. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered
You look
either
like you
way.
could do with a drink. Don't be a stranger, Sid.
My Lord Marquis, that some of my fellow Guardians are to build a new home there, both for themselves.
It's true.
I have many. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but
Oscar,
my training is not yet.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Rebuild her home is what she would have wanted.
Yes, thank you.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to...
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris.
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's... My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was...
Did she?
Following up, once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their...
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the beast. I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on already...
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
I would have gone to Martha's Rest with Doris, but...
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
The world seems to be changing so fast lately, I can hardly keep up. But what I do doesn't still hurt, does it?
The people of the rest may seem to be in high spirits.
Want to know how to tell if the world's going to rack and ruin?
I've got greens of all... Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
How do? Take care out there, eh?
Looking for shelter, are you? Come on inside.
The world seems to be changing so fast lately, I can hardly keep up. It's been a pleasure, Doris.
I'll give your offer some thought.
How goes the
Sid, what brings you to my...
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking...
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that she's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So...
I'd say so. She tried to seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to after her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort. She's dangerous, Sid.
Then I'm going with... I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety.
The Baum archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word.
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slave?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers.
Back to civilization.
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like these I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more... It appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. So much for you.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I surrender.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished, but casting your lot with this
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children. She raised me like a daughter. And I did.
It wasn't all terrible. Surely, you were always so eager to learn. And had such clever hand. But you proved yourself a... How about it, my little...
I never swore my... To liberate the... Farewell.
You always were... Perhaps that...
What do you want to do?
I am not the killer she wanted, and she no longer has friends in high places. The dame does, though. Her
All right.
I am. And thank you.
Then I should head back to the hideaway.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak. Went quiet. She won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of... Can't have been easy.
I'm sure it was.
I hope so. You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or anyway. Thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris.
Keep up the good work.
Thank goodness Sid made it home safely.
Come back.
We all know that bearers have a resilience to the ill effects of ether. But don't you find it strange that there are those who, despite being free of magic's burden, can seemingly pass through a flood without consequence? I asked our luresman how this could be, and he suggested that it might have something to do with bloodlines. Many of the realm's dominants are born to specific families, you see. The Rasfields, the Lesages. So there must be something in those families' blood that provides them with the potential to become vessels for icons. But what about the ones who don't awaken? Could it be that this same potential provides them with something of the same immunity? Your uncle's recent travels with you across the ether-ravaged countryside would certainly suggest so. And yet, what about Gav? Well, in smaller, more isolated populations, bloodlines are less diluted. Hence, Shiva's dominant sometimes awakening in the child of a common northerner. And our scouts not having turned 100 times over.
Mid said I can ride the Enterprise next.
Good morrow to you, my friend. With the dark... But be that as it... I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you. You wish to study the tomes?
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts? Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters, so that an ether flood wouldn't mean instant death for their riders or drivers. Me, I reckon they built it up over generations. Too many foolish traders driving their birds into floods, and only the toughest surviving.
Good girl. Run like the wind. Don't get surrounded. Be safe. Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors. whatever that thing is. I'd say it's their leader. Too slow. Over here! Second! Should have stayed in. These must be...
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, man. I did not recognize you. We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a...
You call that? Your brothers might still be alive. Surely this survey wasn't...
We are charged with a duty of the highest import.
And you think your dead brothers would...
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause. Now, to what do we owe the...
Cyril told me of your work here.
I see. That is May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
greater number of our order live among the mass.
Ah, you are returned, my...
Aye, here.
My thanks. I shall study them.
Cyril. Losses which could have been avoided. Had the others not were these your...
No. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our soul.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations. And your opinion, we live to serve the Phoenix.
Cyril. But allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives with... Provide your survey parties with an escort. That they might live. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Josh... Please.
I thank you, if you will permit me to respond. And we of the Undying, as first shield to the Phoenix...
I do.
Then we are of the same mind.
This is Hyde, unlike any... What's happened?
Ah, Clive. You'll be...
That is good.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract... But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking. You couldn't do me a quick...
What is it, this?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask Elle how long we have. Find out exactly how much far...
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Don't blame yourself, Elle. I know, but no buts.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give the talks with the Republican Army. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate but the consortium offered double what we did, and the Army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look...
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bear. How did the consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. This isn't over. The consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually. And at the price they pay, I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone?
Are you offering to... How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the Capitol gates. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. Even if I fail to free these bearers, someone needs to prepare the place and keep any...
Oh, and that's... Well, it looks like I'm following orders from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine... She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but...
You have to trust.
You're right. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do mine. So I bid you farewell. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the consort.
I'll do my... All right. To Randala, then.
Sid, you didn't happen to see anything out of the ordinary? On your way here, did you? We've had reports of bearer transports being attacked along the roads, and they're not freeing the poor souls. They're reselling them on the black market. If we can catch them in the act, perhaps we can kill two birds with one stone. Sid, you didn't happen to see anything out of the ordinary on your way here, did you? We've had reports of bearer transports being attacked along the roads, and they're not freeing the poor souls. They're reselling them on the black market. If we can catch them in the act, perhaps we can kill two birds with one stone.
Come on. That'll do, girl. Be safe. This one's awake. Let's see what's inside.
It's over. Farewell. Farewell.
Good girl.
Faster!
This won't be easy. No holding back.
not going to outrun this one. Stay close, Torvald. There's a good boy. Fire and flame! Too slow.
Should have picked on someone your own size.
I just wanted to see how the town's been fed.
All is absolutely wonderful. And firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? They're going to make him the Lord of Dalimil.
It's the mayor of Dalimil, dear child. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to... Speaking of men, there may be a rather worry...
May there?
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught... And they might have a... They have formed what one could call... And they grow more
We'll fight them all off just like last time. No matter how many of... Won't we...
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, the longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only... Our best hope is to nip these efforts by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to... Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more.
How could I...
Victor will fill you... I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts.
I'll go and...
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor? That's easy. One of them swings a sword, the other forges them.
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition.
We may have bloodied the bandits' noses, Sid.
Still in Dalimil.
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together. Let them. They'll be no match for us.
Good girl. That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
Nice try.
Levington.
Sid. Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but...
No.
What is it?
The whole town, they're saying that Lubor...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through. Some of the children spotted him, and when Lubor felled him, and without a Christ...
But that's not...
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding at all the... If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who has made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well...
We're sorry, Luke, but we just...
There's nothing to be sorry for. All that matters to me is that... Look at him talking to his better...
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us.
Once people make up their minds, we need to do something. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them.
You're right.
I'm glad you agree. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I'm Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however.
I'll do what I... Lubor, I can't promise anything.
And that...
Why are you taking the bear?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside?
He knew all along that he was playing. Forgive me for disturbing you.
As have I, Lord
That's right.
The rumors that he's...
He'll never be mayor now. But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued. In this, at least, he's done the town a service.
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied...
So what do you propose? Will you...
Perhaps. That is a... And they will thank you, not...
The townsfolk have made their minds up.
Nor I. Conrad and...
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might...
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
For a ship.
I assumed...
They're still...
But... perhaps...
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. We'll talk some sense.
No, and your efforts would be better...
But
Rosina would often... That steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of your self-betrayal. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself, and so must I be. And now, I must embrace my new role of villain, so that for only united can they hope to stand against the... I'll need to make a...
Don't go, Lubor. We'll be all enough.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go.
How could it possibly be for the best? The least you can do is give the townspeople a...
I would not take it,
Over. And so just like that, I thought you were better than... But it seems you hadn't...
Victor.
Forget it.
You sure you're making the right choice?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Ah, but where are my manners? Right then.
If there's anything I can...
I'll bear it in mind.
I'm going to go with him. Why is everyone being mean to Lubor? He didn't do anything.
Thanks, Gal. I'll need to deal with these ones first. To find this spherical echo. This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
What are you looking for? Many thanks. A fine choice. You're welcome anytime.